If you overthink every little thing, psychology says you are not insecure, not weak, not needy, and definitely not broken. In fact, your brain is operating at a depth and speed most people will never experience, which is why normal thinking feels careless, risky, or shallow compared to the simulations running inside your mind. You aren't overreacting, you're overprocessing, and that distinction changes everything. You carry a biological sentinel intelligence, a mind evolved to scan for danger before it arrives, to predict outcomes before they unfold, to prepare for storms no one else even notices. And research shows that throughout human history, the overthinkers were the protectors, the planners, the ones who anticipated the predator in the dark or the famine no one expected. Your mind is constantly trying to protect you and the people you love, calculating possibilities long before they become reality. And while others walk blindly into chaos, you have already lived the scenario 10 different ways, mentally rehearsing the safest path forward. But this protective intelligence doesn't explain why you replay awkward conversations from years ago. That comes from a deeper emotional wiring, from a hyper-empathic system that runs simulations not just for safety, but for kindness, where your brain revisits moments to ensure you didn't hurt someone, didn't become misunderstood, didn't cause emotional harm without noticing. And this is an obsession. It's predictive processing, a psychological mechanism highly associated with deep empathy. Your overthinking is your heart trying to align your intentions with your impact, and that alone reveals how deeply you care. Your mind isn't noisy because you're broken. It's noisy because it refuses to be careless. And this same sensitivity leads to another trait most people misinterpret: exhaustion. People think you're tired from doing nothing, but your brain is a depth of processing machine, absorbing details others skip, noticing tone shifts, micro expressions, hidden meanings, emotional undercurrents, and unspoken tension, all while pretending to be in the same simple conversation as everyone else. You don't have an off switch because your brain doesn't filter out the world, it processes everything. That's not laziness, it's neurological heavy lifting, and it explains why your mind gets overwhelmed, overstimulated, and overtired long before others do. But this depth doesn't only drain you, it makes you creative at a level most people can't imagine. Overthinking is imagination without a direction, intelligence without a mission, creativity without a canvas. And when your brain doesn't have a real challenge to solve, it creates imaginary ones because the engine has to run. The same neural pathways that construct worst-case scenarios also generate brilliant ideas, art, strategies, connections, and innovations, meaning you're not anxious because you're broken. You're anxious because your potential is underfed. You have a strategist's brain waiting for a problem meaningful enough to hold its attention, and until it finds one, your mind will rehearse possibilities simply because it can. And beneath all of this lives the trait few people see: your refusal to settle for mediocrity. You analyze every detail, every choice, every outcome because excellence matters to you. Perfectionism isn't your weakness, it's your standard. You don't want the fastest option, you want the right one. You don't want the easiest life, you want the most meaningful one. Psychology calls this high conscientiousness, and it's strongly linked to creative achievement, deeper relationships, and long-term success. So if you overthink everything, here's the truth psychology reveals. You're not malfunctioning. You're running an advanced operating system in a world built for quick, shallow processing. Your brain is wired for foresight, empathy, depth, and excellence. You're not too much. You're just more than most people can understand. And if you're the type of person who stays awake at night analyzing the universe, drop a brain emoji in the comments so the rest of us can find you. And if you want to explore the psychology behind minds like yours, hit subscribe to the Knownsense, because the next video might change how you see your entire mind.